Welcome, everyone, to From the Hip, the podcast where candid conversations, sharp insights, and unfiltered opinions about today's NFL collide. I'm your host, Anthony Rodriguez, and please allow me to introduce you to the rest of the crew. Gentlemen, welcome.
Welcome. Good to be back.
Joining me today would be Justin Rodriguez, Moe from One Mo Show, and Kory Thompson. Let me start off with saying that last week we attacked Mr. Kory because we felt he was crazy. But you know what? This is his week. So Kory, I'm going to give you the opportunity because you proved us all wrong last week with your choices. So I'll give you the chance to gloat. So please, by all means, enjoy it.
Oh,
It
my
probably won't
God.
happen again.
This feels so good to prove that I'm not insane, that I'm actually the one who knows something about this sport. I can feel it. I can feel it, Mo. I can feel the anger in you. I can feel it right now. That I outshined you yet again,
Oh my God.
letting you know that I'm the true tribal chief. Please
Oh my
acknowledge me.
I'm
God.
about to mute him myself.
Acknowledge me. Acknowledge me.
All right, we're going to move on because that got really creepy. We're definitely going to be moving on.
We're gonna let you look at it.
All right. Let's start off with the first game that we already had missed, which would have been the Thursday night review game. We had the Jacksonville Jaguars went into New Orleans to play the Saints on a very tough game. But Jacksonville actually pulled this one out and is now 5-2. New Orleans being 3-4. Gentlemen, I'm going to start with our resident Jacksonville fan. Mo, talk to me. How did you see this game?
Although I'm glad that we got the win, it was a little rough. It shouldn't have been that rough, but it did bring us to being 5-2 for the first time since 2007. That's ridiculous. Um, when you have the ups on a team like that and you go up 17-9 or 17-6, there should be no reason the game ends with you at 31 points. We should have beat them by 40, but I'll take the win.
What about you, Kory?
He's right. When 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 you're winning and you're up, this is the NFL. You got to keep your foot on the gas. You should be going balls to the wall to the last 2 minutes of the game. If you're up by 21 points, that's when you can take your foot off the gas and ease up. We've seen it happen, like I said before, in soccer. Teams go up 2-0, and then they want to just play defensive, and then they end up losing the game. Um, Derek Carr dropping back 55 times. That's absurd. Absurd. You're putting this guy out there, you're putting him on an island, and he's using Kamara way too much when he has fantastic weapons around him. They got to figure that out over there in New Orleans. They could be a contender if they figured out the chemistry and figured out the process. But I will say that the offensive lines for both teams played spectacular. The Saints O line only gave up one sack all game, so that was good to see. They protected their quarterbacks. They did their job.
And what about you, Justin?
Yeah, I say that Jacksonville won this game and of my in the way they should have, but like Mo said and Corey said, you can't get off the brakes, man. Jacksonville was giving the Saints defense trouble early. Early, I believe it was like 17-0 early. It wasn't playing with them. So after that, and then see the comeback come down to the last drive, this game should either went to overtime or Jags lose this game if that catch is made. That I was
Mhm.
completely on that. I was completely on that tight end, but Jacksonville stuck this one out. They got lucky. I say that, but this is not something. This is not a win. You take the win. It's not a win you proud of it.
Do you think they should be worried about this going forward? Or do you think this was just a one off?
Yes, and I'll tell you. I say yes because this should be give them a reality check of why we don't let off the brakes. I get Trevor Lawrence wasn't at 100. His knee was messed up and everything like that. It didn't stop him from scrambling though. But I get it. But you can't let a team like the New Orleans come back and bring it down to the last drive of the game. Nah, that's not what the game told in the first half.
I got you. All right. Well, with that said, that's going to lead us into this first week. Sunday today, 1 p.m. game. Let's move over to the Detroit Lions, 5-1, coming in as the most feared team in the NFC right now against Baltimore, 4-2. I'm
Most
going to
feared
start with
team.
you, Kory, because I know you are the Baltimore guy here.
I
Now,
don't know about most feared team in the NFC.
I
I
would
still think
their record shows that. Their record shows them actually
Some
having better stats right now than everybody else. Do I believe that they're the best team? No, I didn't say that. I still think San Francisco is a better team overall.
so do I.
Overall, but what I'm saying is the stats. What the stats show right now is that they are a better team. That doesn't mean that they are.
Well, let's look down who they played. They played the Chiefs. They won. They lost to the Seahawks. They beat the Falcons, Packers, Panthers, and the Bucks. So they haven't really faced the top team except for like the Chiefs right now. Now they're going against Baltimore, who's the second ranked defense. Yet their defense is ranked number 7. The Lions' offense is ranked number 3. Um, like I really think Baltimore, no David Montgomery. So Baltimore really has to contain the run game and pressure golf the whole game, all game long. The Baltimore Ravens are leading the league in sacks with 24 sacks. I believe this is going to be a kickoff. Like it's going to be Tucker and the Lions kicker who are going to be scoring the points. Both teams will make it down to the red zone, but they're not getting in. As you've seen so far with Baltimore, they are able to make it to the red zone, but they can't put up 6. They're only putting up 3. So this is why I feel like it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think it's going to be 19-17 Baltimore. They are playing in M&T Bank, so Baltimore is a really good home team.
Mm-hmm. How do you see it, Mo?
It pains me to say that I think the Baltimore Ravens are going to win.
Come on, baby. Come on.
I think it's one of those games that Detroit loses, and they probably don't lose for about 3 more games. But I do think that Baltimore will win. I think the pass rush should be so relentless, they're going to force Lamar out of the pocket, and that's going to be their worst nightmare.
You don't think that their secondary will be able to hold up?
No, because I don't think that they can handle the speed guys, and that being Odell and Zay Flowers. And then
So do you think we get to actually see a real Odell today?
I think we see a real Odell today because he feels disrespected.
He should feel it. He
should.
has been disrespected.
Yeah.
He hasn't shown up all season. Why would he be respected so far?
And I think that he's one of those players that bothers. He's one of those players that takes that to heart. So hearing that week after week, especially when you keep getting hurt, I think he bring it today.
What about you, Justin?
I see. This is Baltimore's game to lose, and I'll say why. If David Montgomery was playing, I'm taking Detroit all day. The fact that he's not playing is why if Baltimore loses this game, I see Detroit as a real contender. I mean, like, yeah, they consider contenders, but like Kory said, they've only really played the Chiefs because the other teams are not really statement teams. But if they come out with a win today, I see them going far because David Montgomery, we've seen them without him. The only loss they've had this season is when David Montgomery didn't play and it went to overtime in a shootout. So for him to be out again today, Jahmyr Gibbs is not being utilized the way he should. I don't see the run game being actually an impact in this game. It's going to be all pass. Jared Goff's arm going to be tied, and I already see how this is going to be. So this is Detroit's game. This is Baltimore's game to lose.
I hear you.
One quick thing. One quick thing.
I'm going to go on the lone wolf, and I'm going to say that Detroit's going to win this game. I say that they're going to pull this out with the passing. That's where I really honestly think that. I think that Goff has been playing on an elite level right now. I don't think that Baltimore, even with their elite defense, I admit they have an elite defense. I'm not trying to tell you that they're a bad team. What I am saying is that it's going to be a close score, just like everyone thinks, but on the other side. I think Detroit pulls this one out, even with Montgomery not playing.
I will say this one thing: Detroit has a really easy schedule ahead of
Detroit
them.
has an awesomely
Very
easy
easy
schedule.
schedule.
They only have 4 challenging games for the rest of this season, this one included. So after today, whether they win or lose, because because Kory and I spoke about this on Thursday, take these 4 challenging games and give them a split, which is fair enough. That means they only lose 2 more games for the rest of the season, and they have a 3-loss season. That's where I see them this season. They have 4 challenging games. This is one of them. This is one of them. They have a very easy week next week, and then they go into their bye week. I think they finish out the season with the best record in football.
Do you think that will impact the playoff?
Oh yeah, because they'll have that bye.
They're the first round bye, but with the first round bye comes the better teams.
Of course.
So do you think they get by the first couple teams and get to the first
I think that they make it to the NFC Championship game.
We got to see how they play against
That's
Baltimore.
a hot take. That's a hot take.
I think they make the NFC Championship. I don't think that they make the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I get.
I don't think they make. I still think San Francisco makes the Super Bowl.
Just so you guys know, it's Ravens, Raiders, Chargers, Bears, Packers, Saints, Bears, Broncos, Vikings, Cowboys, Vikings. That's the end of their schedule.
I know.
So,
and they're gonna smack the Vikings twice at the end of the season. They get that beautiful luck at that.
Be careful, because Kory loved him. He loved.
Oh, I know he loved them Vikings, boy.
You mean Kirk Cousins? Kirk Cousins not gonna do it?
Well, if Justin Jefferson's back, we'll see what happens.
He's still gonna pick the Vikings. He gonna do this again. He gonna do this again.
Hey, I was right last week.
That was the only week he was right.
Hey, Kory, like I told you, even a broken clock is right twice. All right, so that moves us over to Pittsburgh Steelers coming in, going to Los Angeles to play the Rams at 3-3. This is one of those games I almost wanted to skip over, but then I felt that it did need a little bit. It was worth us having a conversation about. Kory, actually, let me start with Justin. How do you see this starting off?
I see it starting off. It's gonna start off slow, like every other Rams and Pitts game. Then it's gonna pick up towards, I say, the end of the first quarter, towards the second quarter. After like the third possession, they're gonna start picking up only because Stafford got them toys, man. And once they get going, you ain't gonna be able to stop them. Bro. I see Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp going ballistic this game. I don't see any Pitts defensive player that's gonna be able to hold them. I don't care if it's Patrick Peterson. I don't care if it's TJ Watt himself. It don't matter. I don't see him. I don't see it mattering at all. I see both of them going for over 150.
Got you. What about you, Kory?
Watt will get to Stafford, but it's not going to shake him. We've seen Stafford throw interceptions before and come back and win games. Pittsburgh gives up 245 yards in the air. Cooper Kupp and Nacua are both going to have 100 yards easy apiece. It's sad to say that Pittsburgh Steelers aren't that old Pittsburgh Steelers defense that you used to really, really fear. Their front seven, yes, but that secondary, except for Minka, Patrick Peterson is not the same Pat Pete he was when he was in Arizona, when he first came into the league. So I do see the Rams winning this game like 24-10.
Okay. Mo, are you going to step outside this realm?
No. Pittsburgh loses because once it's going to be a battle of the defensive lines to me, and one quarterback ain't going to get shaken by it and the other one will.
Yeah.
So I think Pickett is going to throw picks all game. I think he get about I won't say that. He'll throw 2 to me. Because LA secondary is not that bad.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I was going to say that. Their secondary is actually not that bad. Do you think that Pickett is the right guy for this team?
No. I think
have any other options?
Not right now. And I don't think they'll lose enough to even be in the spot to go get them a premier one. They're gonna have to find them a sleeper unless they trade up.
Mm.
And that option will be available this year, considering Chicago. But
Yep.
I don't know that you want to trade with Chicago to get that pick. But
Oh,
if
you
you
give up.
try to get somebody, did you see Caleb Williams? He looked horrible.
Yeah.
So
And the Rams still have number 99 back there.
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, he is one of the most dangerous men in football.
Oh my God.
So, gentlemen, although we talk about some of these games are just not worth our conversation. They're just they're games we can talk real briefly about and just do the quick picks. Just tell me who you think is going to win. Maybe do a brief thing, but let's not spend too much time in this. And that the first one would be Las Vegas at Chicago. The winner of this game doesn't matter to me at all. Justin, who do you think is going to win?
It's Vegas game to lose. Vegas gonna take this all the way. No Justin Fields means Chicago don't even have a shot. Simple.
What about you, Mo?
Vegas. Next.
Kory?
Always bet on the house, Vegas.
Is that because of your boy Justin being out?
No.
I'll say that. Hell yeah.
So, like, if he was playing, you think they would have a shot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Vegas ain't
Good
that
enough.
good,
We're gonna leave
man.
it there.
So-
We're gonna leave it there. I was just curious.
Can I interest y'all in some NFL news since this
Sure.
game means nothing? The Patriots want to continue to lose by signing Bill Belichick to an extension, a lucrative
You could have
multi-million
waited
dollar
for 3
extension.
more games to talk about that. Just saying, 3 more games. We were about to get there. Let's
I'm
get to
so
Washington
man.
at the New York Giants. Mo, you could have started me off for 3 games with that, but here we go. What do you got?
Washington.
Washington. Justin?
Yeah, Washington takes this in the landslide.
Got you.
And
Kory?
Field day for Brian Robinson, but it may be fun. It's a divisional game. If we get Danny Dimes back, seeing him with Saquon and Waller playing all together,
I
it could
think
be
I
a
heard
fun
this
game.
morning he's not playing.
Oh, jeez.
Hold on, I'll tell you
Yeah.
right now. Hold on. I'll tell you right now. I just have it up. Give me 1 second. But I heard it this morning that he was not playing.
I got it right here.
Yeah, Daniel
Yeah,
Jones is questionable, but I heard this morning he's not playing.
Kind of happy he's not playing. I ain't mad at Tyrod Taylor, but we gonna leave it there.
And the Giants should literally be 2-4 right now. I'll give you that.
Well, that doesn't even matter. They still suck. Arizona going against Seattle. Kory, let's start with you.
Seattle wins, but like I'm saying, Geno doesn't look like Geno of last season. Because there's more tape out there about him. So I just hope he can turn it around and figure things out and kind of reinvent himself a little bit to pick up pace in this season. Because if he doesn't, they're going to get steamrolled when they play better teams.
I got you. I don't think he needs to be the old Geno in order to beat this team. Justin.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. He doesn't need to beat the old Geno. He could be Jets Geno, and he still win this game. So he could be broken jaw Geno, and he still win this game. You know what I mean? So Seattle's gonna win in the landslide in this game.
What about you, Mo?
Seattle. I mean, does Arizona even want to win?
No, I don't think they want to win anymore. I think that's exactly what it is.
I think they're trying to reactivate Murray at some point.
Well,
because they're worried about paying
like
him that
2
guaranteed money.
That'd
Yeah.
be
maybe
like
at that
2
point we'll
games.
talk about them. Right now, we're not talking about them. Green Bay going in against the Broncos. Green Bay coming in at 2-3 against the Broncos at 1-5. Mo,
Denver.
what do you got this?
Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Justin?
Yeah.
See Denver coming out with this one.
Kory?
Denver. Russell Wilson gets a win.
We're all unified on that one. Let's get to this one now. Cleveland, 3-2. Great defense going to Indianapolis at 3-3 without their quarterback. We'll start with Kory.
Mm, such a tough game.
I think it is a tough game.
I think that Cleveland defense is going to box them up. Why you look like you got to use the bathroom or something with that face?
You think it's a tough game?
Yeah. Meaning to move the ball with that Cleveland defense, and then Cleveland's offense is not that explosive. But I do see
Watson's
Ford
playing
get some
though.
yards. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Watson's
Now
playing.
I give it to
Announced
Cleveland
this
for
morning.
sure. Now
Watson is playing.
Cleveland for sure. Then
Justin?
Yeah, with that news right there, Watson playing. This is Cleveland.
I think without Watson playing, they still win.
Yeah. I don't know about that. Watson playing, Cleveland's gonna take it.
Mo?
I think Cleveland winning. I thought that before Watson was the Watson news because I mean Indianapolis bread and butter is running. You can't run against them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but they got your boy on that team.
I don't have a boy on that team. All I have is ops.
You got Gardner Minshew.
No, I got ops on that team. All of them ops.
Another one that I thought about putting in was the Buffalo Bills against New England. I thought we should talk about this game only because there was a divisional rivalry, but then I said, oh no, this is the Patriots. I can't bother. I can't be bothered. But now, Mo, leading off with you, do you have any hot takes about New England?
They signed him to an extension and going to continue to be butt cheeks.
How long of an extension did they give him?
He just said multi-year and it was lucrative. I'm trying to figure out what he did to earn it. Any other coach would get fired for his performance.
Yeah, I think they're leaning back on what he's already done more than what he can do going forward.
Based on his history.
Yeah. All right. So who do you think is going to win this game, and by how bad of it?
Buffalo.
Do you think they still win even with the news of the contract extension? Do you not think that they might come up a little harder today? I'm talking about the Pats.
No, I think they get depressed and just go get beat down some more.
Why,
Justin?
Buffalo's gonna take this game in a landslide. Reason why we decided not to put this into the other games, like you said, divisional rivalry, but Belichick is not a player, and we're not going to sit here and make a whole topic just about a non-player. Buffalo win on line.
I do want to check something though, because didn't I see something about like Josh Allen? Oh no, he had.
Oh no, he playing
a full practice. He's playing.
He
He had a full practice. All right. What about you, Kory?
Caleb Williams, welcome to the New England Patriots next year. That's where he's going to end up.
I don't know about all that.
Will your career will rot?
Thank God for your great college career.
Yep. And he won't part ownership of the team he want to go to. What an idiot.
All right, gentlemen. After that now, let's talk about this one.
Uh-oh.
Atlanta Falcons, Kory's second favorite team. Okay. I'm going into Tampa Bay. They coming off to our side of town around here.
Super Jesse.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay. They're coming in to play the Bucks at 3-2, who are home. And it's I already have a feeling who Kory's going to pick on this. So we're going to start with Justin. Justin, how do you see this game?
I see Tampa coming out with this one, man. I think Baker Mayfield going to go play Baker Mayfield football, and him and Mike Evans going to play high ball this game. So I see Tampa Bay coming out to win this one.
Got you. Mo?
I hate Baker Mayfield, but I think Tampa wins.
Any particular reason why?
Just because their defense is better than Atlanta's to me.
Gotcha. Kory?
Tampa. Baker Mayfield's the key to the game. He plays well, they win. Ritter's 6 for 6. That means 6 touchdowns with 6 interceptions on the season. So he's going to throw a costly interception.
God,
What is that? Oh, you didn't know that?
God, no.
Yeah, he's 6 for 6,
You
man.
know, this game will be a lot more like game we speak about only because if Atlanta uses B John the way they should, and
Yeah.
me and Mo spoke about this previously, so we're gonna bring it back up. B John's only getting about 12 carries a game.
Mm-hmm.
He's splitting those carries with Tyler Algier, and we don't know why. You went to
You
go
know,
get him,
last year, without him, they were a better running team than they are this year.
and that's what's crazy. And we actually pulled up the stats. We looked at it. He's only averaging about 12 carries a game.
How many
That's
catches is he
insane.
getting a game, though? Because they're
Doesn't
Well, that's
matter. He's a
utilizing
running
him
back.
in that game.
yeah, that's different though because
Exactly.
he's a running back. Run the ball.
But it's
Run the
like
ball.
it's like a Kamara situation where Kamara's getting 12 catches and 12 carries a game
Yeah, but
because they're spreading
no,
him out.
no, Kamara's getting 12 catches. I say Kamara's getting 12 catches, but B Jones not bringing home 12 catches. B Jones out there running cardio. So he's doing. He's out there running ghost routes. That's what he's doing. Put the ball in his hands and let him go to work, man. Y'all want to go get him number 4 overall? Use him. Get him
On
now
top
because
of that, you're also talking about two different type of running backs, because
yeah,
Kamara's not that big.
Kamara's a
I
He
receiver.
can't
know.
take
That's what it
that
is.
abusing
I'm not saying
of
that.
like 20 carries per game, 25
I'm
carries a
saying this
game.
is
He'll
how
get beat up. He'll
Atlanta's
be
using
injured.
him.
He's already
I'm,
injured.
I'm saying this is how Atlanta's actually using him when I agree with you. They should run him more. But I'm saying they're spreading him out. So he's getting, 12 touches on the rushing side and another like 12, let's say 12 targets,
Yeah,
possibly.
but
See what I'm saying? And
it's
they're
been
using
clear
him
since
wrong.
game one. It's been clear since game one who should be getting more touches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Every time he touches the ball, it's a highlight. You know why? Because he's not tired.
Yeah.
He's not
It's not the
tired.
same situation like they have in Miami, who like you're looking thinking, who's a better running back and who gives us a better chance? You already
Mhm.
know who gives you the better chance. You already know who's the best running back. So
Yep.
put the ball in the man's hands.
And it's also
Yep.
Miami has that
Mhm.
offense. You know what I'm saying? That option that they can run pass or run pass.
Mm-hmm.
Desmond Ritter ain't it. So
No.
why y'all keep trying to throw it to Drake London who ain't it either?
6
So
games into the season and he's had one decent game.
yeah.
If
And he's
Atlanta had
not it.
if they had another quarterback, they would be especially in that division.
Mhm.
They would be the talk of that division.
Yeah.
They would be talking about winning it.
If I was the quarterback, we'd be winning the division. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like
I got you.
that's why this game it should be a debate on who win. It should be a split decision. But we all coming together on Tampa is for a reason because Atlanta's offense is just not clicking. Defense, cool. Jesse Bates, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But Tampa's a whole nother world with coming these guys.
I got you. So let's move on to the next game because we have the 2 and 3 Chargers are going into KC, a 5-1 KC. The KC has won 5 straight games. They've come in playing defense. Their defense has looked really, really, really good, although they're not getting any credit. But Mahomes, the last time he played the Chargers, lit them up. Lit them up. Kory, are you going to give any credit to this defense?
Chargers. No, they haven't looked good. They've been in too many tight games. They lost to the Lions. They beat the Jags, Bears, Jets, Vikings, Broncos. They haven't really played teams that can push the pace offensively, except for like the Lions and the Vikings. At the time, the Jags offense wasn't really clicking. So now you're going against the Chargers, a team that can actually move the ball. Eckler, Keenan Allen. That the Chargers defense, they need to show up. If they show up, Mahomes is in trouble. And we've seen it where Mahomes is pressured in a game and he's sacked a lot, they lose. If the Chargers get to Mahomes, if old Khalil Mack shows up and Joey Bosa show up, it's a nightmare for KC.
Man, if you didn't jump in there and say that the Jags were not ready yet, Mo was
Yeah,
about to
no,
send
I
a hit
felt it.
squad to your house.
I
Mo,
felt the
go ahead,
heat.
talk to him.
Hey, I actually agree with him. I know. ESPN is going to tell you all day. Off of a bye week, Andy Reid has this amount of wins because he gets to prepare for you. Nobody cares. I
Yeah,
don't
agree. I
think.
don't care either.
Yeah, they know that they're not where they're supposed to be because they just traded for McCole Hartman, who they let go in the offseason from the
Mhm.
Jets. So they know those receivers can't get it done. You're gonna need receivers to beat that team, and you don't have them yet. Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes, but it ain't gonna work this time. Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack, Derwin James. What we doing?
What
But
about you,
it's
Justin?
Yeah, that's a tough team. I don't think McColl's gonna play this game, even though that's a big piece of that offense coming back, right?
Mhm.
The way I look at it is that I'm not even gonna hit you with the players. Mahomes himself is Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? I look at it like that. He's gonna find a way to win every single time. And this is not the first time we've seen him win with young receiving core. Like he did it last year. Did last year when he didn't have Tyreek. When they got rid of their number one, everybody looked at him, oh, why you getting rid of Tyreek? Yeah, they went in to go win the Super Bowl, y'all. So they want to show y'all that they don't need them key players. They go get them young guys. They go get a Juju who catch 3 balls all year and still win the win the Super Bowl. So you gotta understand that I don't. The Chargers good, they great, but I don't see them beating Mahomes.
I agree with you on this. I think it really just comes down to good teams winning out because they're good.
Yeah,
And I don't think teams need to win by 20 to 30 points every game to prove that
agreed.
they're good. I'm sorry. If
Yeah,
you
but
win
they
by
were doing
3 or
that
you win by
last year.
1, you won the game. This is the NFL. It's not like in college where they actually count those points. So
Well,
so
the
that's how I think about it. And I'm like, so I think KC actually wins this game. And
Got me
why?
for it.
Mahomes. Why? That's why.
That's
Mahomes.
exactly what.
well, we'll see what happens when they face the Dolphins, Eagles, and the Bills, and probably
They're
the
gonna win those
Bengals.
games too,
You
dog. I'm
should see
telling you.
Mhm.
what happens now while they're playing the Chargers. You're already picking the Chargers. So if they beat the Chargers after you're picking the Chargers, you need to start getting on board.
Well, I'm talking about these teams got really good defenses. Those three teams. So
So
we'll
did the Jets.
see.
So did the Jets.
Hey,
Well,
listen,
we've seen the
Mo
Jets
posted
defense
something
up and down.
this week, okay, on his TikTok channel about how he's tired of people saying that Florida State got to beat this team, this team, this team, this team, this team. Bro, they just keep on winning. So my
Yeah,
point is, at some point, when you just keep on winning,
yeah,
stop hating me because I don't have to play this team, this team, this team, and this team.
yeah, yeah. That's true.
Okay, because I'm gonna see them in the playoffs. I'm gonna see them in the Super Bowl. But the point is that everybody that you've put in front of me, I have knocked down. And that's what Florida State's doing right now. And that's the same thing that KC's doing.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
they got a great defense on top of that. That defense is stopping people.
that's the
And
one,
you
and I think
still
that's what's
have
throwing people
Mahomes.
off. Yep, I think that's what's throwing people off because they've never been known for their defense.
Yeah, they're not known for their defense, but the defense is playing, boy.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
that's why they having all these tough games with everybody coming through. Like the Jets games should never been as close as it was.
No,
Nobody saw that happening. But the Jets defense is good. Well, guess what? KC's defense is gonna stop that Jets offense. That's what made that a close game. That's exactly the reason why I made close game because the Jets have a good defense, right? Look at the teams that don't have a good defense. Look how that ended up for them. You know what I'm saying? Even though KC want to put up 30 points a game, they'll put up 17. But guess what? They'll leave you on 0. They'll leave you on 6. They'll give you 3.
mhm. Casey's gonna
That's what
win
I'm
this
saying.
game.
KC gonna win this
Casey
game.
gonna win this game. And when they win this game, this is the thing. Forget about the rest of these games. I need you to get on board. Either get
And
on
Herbert
board, or then you can say, you see, they lost to the Chargers. That's what you got to do. But don't
and,
tell me if they win this game, oh, but that game don't count. No, you
yeah,
can't keep doing that, buddy.
yeah, and,
yeah.
and they got
You
a
know what I'm
short and
saying?
they got a short week this week.
Yeah, you
They
got
just
you
played
got to
Monday.
stop doing that. You got to actually get on it, or you get off of it. But you can't keep on. You can't pick everybody against them. It's like when Mike Tyson was knocking people out,
Yeah,
and they were like, "Yo, man, this is the guy," and then it was over in 90 seconds,
yeah.
and they're like, "Okay, who's next?" But they still wouldn't give Mike Tyson the credit.
Yeah,
I'm
fight back,
just
Corey.
that's
Come on,
all I'm
fight back,
saying, man.
fight back,
That's all
Corey.
I'm saying is give Mahomes his credit.
Well, I
All right,
can't. He keeps talking and talking. I said when he plays the Eagles and the Dolphins and the
Fight
Bills,
Dang,
back,
we're
fight back,
gonna
Corey.
see what happens because
dang.
he's gonna have to face some better defenses and some stronger teams. We've seen the
Yeah,
Chargers all season. Their defense has been very lackluster. That's what I'm saying. The Chiefs defense is going to see an offensive powerhouse for the first time this season, really, except for when they face the Lions. That's what I'm getting at. That's the point we're making. So we'll get to see. But when they play a real defensive team like the Dolphins, like the Eagles, like the Bills, and like the Bengals, we'll get to see what he's made of. We'll see if he can squeeze out these tight games. Why are you in tight games against teams that you shouldn't be in tight games with? That's what I'm trying to say. So that to me doesn't look good for the Kansas City because last season's
Aren't you the
Kansas City
biggest
was
Baltimore
really
fan
there.
in the world?
Yeah.
Didn't they almost lose to Indianapolis? Or didn't they lose to
Yeah,
Indianapolis?
we lost to
My
Indianapolis, but we
point. Next
actually
game.
lost.
Next game.
Next game. Next game. Miami Dolphins
Woo!
coming in at 5-1, playing the Philadelphia 5-1. This might be the game of the week. Even though we talked a lot about the last game, KC, and I think that's going to be a great game too. This might be the game of the week because you got
Hmm.
Philadelphia coming in off of a hot loss, pissed,
Yeah, hot
pissed,
loss.
angry, ornery. Let me say that ornery, upset in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
You got Miami coming to town with their high-powered offense, and they're coming in pretty rested. Everybody's healthy. Everybody's coming to the show except for A-Chain. I think A-Chain's still out. But
It don't matter
Philadelphia's
though.
got a full squad coming back. Everybody coming back. Let me run down the list of all the people coming back because it's a big list. Blake Johnson. You got Jalen Carter, Darius Slay, Dallas Goddard, or Goddard, however you want to pronounce his name. They're all coming back. We're going to see a true game here. Who do you got winning this game? Kory.
I have the Eagles winning this game. This will be the second toughest team that Miami's faced this season since the Bills. It's going to be very explosive and very fun to watch these two teams go head to head. But the Eagles are going to be mad. Miami's going to Philly, so it's going to be cold outside. So you know how Florida teams do in cold weather. We don't play too well over here. So I think this is a wrap for Miami.
Justin?
This is Miami's second chance, and it's rare teams get second chance, but this is Miami's second chance to prove that they actually are a contender. And the reason why I say this is that Corey hit it right on the head. This is second. This is Miami's second most dangerous team they played this season. First one was the Bills. We seen how that ended up.
Smoked them.
Smoked, did them dirty. Showed who is Tyreek Hill, who is Tua, showed them like that. Now with them going to Philly, if they lose to Philly and get smoked, I think Miami's just blowing smoke all year. I'll say that. I'll say that right now. If they lose this game, I don't care if they lose. If you lose in a tight game, I ain't gonna be mad at. You get smoked this game, Miami is they're blowing smoke. They pretenders, and I'll say that now.
The opposite. They smoked the Eagles. Now
All
what
right,
you got
then
to say?
yeah, now we could. This is what, but they smoked the Eagles, right? Eagles got to figure out something going on because Eagles should not be losing 2 games back to back. Not to the Jets, not to Miami.
All right, but would you give them credit? Because here's the thing: nobody
Absolutely,
likes to give credit.
yeah,
Okay,
absolutely. I'll give
if
Miami
they
credit.
smoke the Eagles, or even for that matter, they beat the Eagles. Say they got them within 7 points, but they still beat them dominantly, not by
Yeah,
accident, not because of an interception at the end of the game. No, they beat them. Did they
you
beat
give
them,
credit where credit's
or
due.
is Philly falling apart? Because
No,
that's
they
going to be the next thing. Will you give them credit?
yeah, you give them credit because like you just said, everybody's coming back. This is a healthy Eagles team coming back. Healthy Eagles defense, that's what matters. Because the offense is gonna be the offense. The defense is what really matters in this team. Defense is gonna have to step up this game because these are two explosive offenses. And if you can't have no defensive plays, you ain't gonna stop the ball. It's gonna be just
Gotcha.
score,
Mo,
score, score.
I got the Eagles winning
why?
because I don't believe in Miami enough to think that they could beat a tougher team like that. It seemed like I won't say it seemed like Tua doesn't get up out of bed and say, I'm just going to be great today.
He hasn't shown you that so far. He's playing phenomenal. He's got great numbers on the season. If you're just looking at his numbers,
On the season, yes, but against tougher teams, no. Against the teams you need to beat and show people, oh, I'm that guy.
he did that
Nobody,
against the Bills, though.
they got smoked by the Bills.
Tua?
Yeah,
Tua lost.
Tua had
Oh my God, you're
282.
right.
He
You're
had
right.
282,
Oh, they
one
lost.
touchdown, one interception
yeah.
against the
They
Bills.
got smoked by the Bills.
Yeah.
But it just don't seem like he get up and be like when you see, all right, this week we got the Eagles. It should be no question. As soon as I step out there, I got Tyreek Hill on one side, I got Jalen Waddle on that side, I got the dude they just traded for Claypool.
Second.
My
You
my
got
my
Mostert.
Mostert.
You don't have
it's just
A-Chain.
it's just you gotta and Jalen Ramsey come back this game too, so that defense will look a little different, I think. Or
No,
wait,
he's not
no,
back.
he don't. He back at
He's
practice.
still on IR.
But come on, man, you gotta get up for these teams, man, because these are the teams you're gonna see later on.
So far, they faced the Chargers, Patriots, Broncos, Bills, Giants, and the Panthers. So they 48-20, that was the Bills game. They put up the week before they did the 70-20 against the Broncos.
Yeah.
And they had to wake up
You
against
know,
Carolina. Why?
yeah, they did. They
Yeah.
did.
And Carolina is terrible.
Terrible.
Carolina might be one of those teams that at the beginning of the season, I thought that maybe might get about 6 wins out of them. I don't think we're going to get more than 4 wins if things go their way. They may end up with 3 or 2 wins at the end of the season.
They're gonna end up trying to get that owner to just shut up because they wanted, again, like I've said before, they wanted Stroud, but the owner wanted Young, and now they can't buy a win.
Yeah, that's not looking so good.
Yeah.
Young looks great. You know? So, all right. So I think everybody pretty much thinks that this is all Philly. I actually think Philly's going to win too. But I think Philly's going to win, but it's going to be a lot closer than what we think. I think it's
hope
going to
so.
be a lot closer. This is not going to be no landslide. But
We'll see.
we'll see. Monday Night Football. San Francisco, 5-1. Another team off of a hot loss. Going against Kory's third favorite team.
The Minnesota Vikings.
Woo!
Woo!
Like he likes to say, woo! Okay. Kory, I'm going to start with you. Tell me
49ers.
how they're going to squeak this out and they're going to pull this out. Come on, Kory. We want to hear it.
It's 49ers. It's 49ers. We just saw Brock Purdy's, to me, his first real loss because he played the whole game, not that conference championship. So I feel like the 49ers are going to be pissed. That defense is going to be all over the place. Nick Bosa is going to go crazy.
No Debo.
Yeah. I still think San Francisco pulls it out against Minnesota, man. Minnesota is really a one-trick pony this season. They can't run the ball. So San Francisco's not going to be worried about that at all.
Come on, Mo. Go on the outside of it. Tell me who wins this now.
No, I can't go outside of this one. San Francisco gonna win.
Everybody's playing it safe.
Huh?
Everybody's playing it safe.
Everybody playing.
Is McCaffrey playing?
He's still questionable.
He's
Debo's
questionable,
out.
but
Trent Williams doubtful.
as of this morning, from what I understand, Debo is definitely out.
Yeah.
McCaffrey is still not definitely out, so I think that means he's going to play, even if it is on a limited amount.
Yeah, probably limited.
And I think Minnesota it's too late, but I think Minnesota tries to trade for Dalvin Cook because he's on the trade block.
Damn.
Wow. Justin?
Yeah, I see San Fran coming out with this one. I don't care who Minnesota got. No Jay Jettis. I mean, they're going to rely on Jordan Addison. They're going to rely on KJ Osborne, but he's not going to have time to get rid of it, man. I don't believe in Kirk Cousins at all. Not against this San Fran front. San Fran front run with this.
Well, I looked up a stat.
What do you got?
I looked up something about Kirk Cousins the other day.
Yeah,
so
Kirk Cousins beat San Fran every time he played him, except for the last 2 years. But that don't mean nothing though.
No, but I'm just saying he does.
Apparently, he likes
well.
KFC.
No,
he likes KFC.
He does do well. He averages like 200 and something yards against them every game with a couple touchdowns. So we'll see. We'll really see.
I got you. All right, so that's the rundown for this week's games. I think everybody's going to like those games, but now we get into the next part of the show, which I like a lot. One of my favorites. Sit starts. These are for all you folk who are out there playing fantasy, including us, who got your team going. The sit starts. And with this, I'm going to start off with Kory, I believe. Kory, give me your first. Wait,
No,
Justin,
that's
my bad.
just
Justin, give me your first start.
It's gonna be Brian Robinson, man. He's gonna run for 300 on the Giants defense. Enough said. Giants defense is trash.
300.
300. He's gonna hit 400 if he feels lucky. You know what I'm saying? But 300 is the minimum. I hope he stretched this morning. I hope he drank a lot of water, and I hope he hit that bike because he gonna be running, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. I hope
They're
he
gonna have
stretched,
to have
bro.
the IV ready on the sideline for him.
So yeah, he start him, man. Start him. You got him, start him. I got him, so I'm gonna start him. Who's that?
I got you. This is your
And
sit.
you sit Kirk Cousins, man. I don't care who his favorite player in the world is. Kory, do not start Kirk Cousins, bro. I know you got him on your team. Don't start him. That's my advice to you, right? Because San Fran up front is gonna tear him apart. I don't care how much KFC he eat before every game. He not doing nothing in this game. I don't care if he's throwing to KJ Osborne, Harry Osborne, or any of them out there. I don't care. Right? It don't matter.
Osborne.
Get rid of him. Get rid of him.
All right, that leads me to Kory. Kory, your first sit. I mean, your first start.
Start Jerome Ford. He's back. He's healthy. Colts give up 113 a game. We've seen glimpses of this kid doing 100 yards easy. So I think he's gonna fit right in. He looks like they drafted him for a reason, to be Nick Chubb's backup, to be that other back that can step in and do some damage. So start him.
Plus, he got a big head.
Still got braces.
Guy's got a big head, man. Look like all you gotta do is just run in there with his head down. Here's your sit.
Sit Ingram. He's going against Seattle. Seattle only gives up like 70 something yards rushing. The Cardinals have looked bad all season.
His name.
Looked all bad. Looked bad.
His name is Keontae Ingram, y'all, not Williams.
James Conner can't even stay healthy. So this kid's not the truth. Just sit him if you got him.
Gotcha. That leads me to me. And I say start George Kittle. I say you have to start George Kittle because you don't have any Debo. You don't have a 100% healthy McCaffrey. But you're playing Minnesota. You can't lose this game. You just came off a loss last week. So somebody else has to step up. You have a Brandon Ayuk. He's amazing. He is a number one, just like CeeDee Lamb, but he is a solid guy, but you need somebody else to step up, and I think that's going to be George Kittle. I think he gets over 100 yards today.
Agreed.
With maybe about 10 catches. So he might be a definite start to put you over the top for the win. Your sit, Madison, other side of the ball. There's nothing Minnesota's going to do to win this game. There's no way, regardless of what Kory tells you, Minnesota is not going to be able to pull this one out. It's just not happening. And Madison, the 49ers have not given up more than 50 yards to anybody all season with the exception of last week. Okay, with Ford. So guess what? Madison ain't doing 50 either. He doesn't have the shot. I think he does maybe 35 yards. If that.
Wait.
Yeah. That's going to get us over to, and I did do the slide, but it's not popping up for you. So we're going to have to speak to you. Mo, what do you got as far as your start?
Well, I actually got 3 starts this time because I just thought of a new one. I felt like I was being disrespectful. So I got the running backs Ford. I got Robinson, but my new addition to the start is Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson.
Start Russell Wilson. I think he'll have a good game against Green Bay. We did pick him to win. Well, I did. But
I just swapped him in my lineup. So
and you sit Kenny Pickett. You sit him down, you get him a recliner, you get him some water, maybe a brew, you sit him down. because he's gonna be horrible.
Yeah, I got you on
Love
that.
it,
I
love it,
can't even
love
say
it.
you're wrong. I wish I could tell you that you're wrong, but you're right.
We're probably going to see a rough in the passer call when Aaron Donald sacks him.
All right, now to my favorite part of this week. It always is my favorite part. That's Prize Picks. Prize Picks is my absolutely favorite part of the game. We do this. So let me get over to these things. To the stage. To the stage. Prize Picks. For those who don't know, Prize Picks is an app that we use down here, and we get to bet on certain teams or certain players, more like the player stats with over under. It's based off of 2, 3, 4, 5 player parlays. The more players in your parlay, more money you stand to win. With that said, Mr. Kory, your 2-player parlay, please explain.
Man, Cooper Cup's going to get a touchdown. He's either going to throw one, catch one, or run one in. So this is an easy win. They're going against Pittsburgh. And like I said earlier, Justin Tucker and Riley Patterson are going to have a combined at least 4 field goals made between the two of them in this game. Both teams are going to reach the red zone. They're not going to be able to punch it in. They're going to kick field goals. It's going to be a tight game. So go with the over on this one.
Okay. I can't fault you on that. Justin.
Yeah, man, I got a 3-pick parlay for you guys this week. I feel really strong about this Detroit and Baltimore game. It is going to be a tough game. Like I said earlier, Jahmyr Gibbs, they're not being utilized the way he should. They relying too much on David Montgomery, so I believe in my heart they're not going to run the ball. I feel like they're going to leave him back there, pass block, maybe get a little 2 yards on 3rd and 2, but I don't see Jahmyr Gibbs going over 60 in this game. Take the under. Now Sam Laporta. See now Sam Laporta receiving yards 43.5. Take the over, man. Jared Goff gonna be throwing the ball, and we already know he love his tight ends. So we gonna take his tight end, take the over on it. All right. Now Zay Flowers. He's a speedster. He can get open. But he got butterfingers, man. Drop him. See what I'm saying? So 57.5, I don't see him going nowhere near that this game. I see him getting locked down on that Detroit defense. I see him getting them little 3-yard out routes. I don't see him hitting over 58 this week. Under.
It's funny you did that because didn't you pick Baltimore to win?
Yeah. I ain't say that was going. I ain't say he was going to be the reason.
All right. I got you. And here are mine. This is my 2-pick. I wanted to play it safe this week, so I think this is a fairly safe pick. I put $25 on this one. So if I win, I get 75. This is Brock Purdy. More than 235 yards against that Minnesota defense. Why not? I mean, I think he's going to do way more than that.
Like
Brian Robinson, just like Justin said, 300 yards against the Giants. All he needs is 62 for me. I need 62. Give me 62. I don't need 300. That's all I need. Okay. Mo, you want to attack one of our picks? I know
Absolutely
you're not the gambler.
Not. Absolutely not. This all look like easy money. It look like y'all gonna come up this week.
I hope so. I hope so.
I hope so too.
More than 25. How much have you bet on that? Your pick, Justin. You got
I put a pound 30 on it.
Yours is a 3-pick, right?
It's a 5-time parlay. I put 30 on this. Payout you want.
Nice. I should have bet on that. All right, gentlemen. With that, we come to the end of the show, and I'm gonna give you guys a chance to do your final words. We'll start with you, Justin.
Yeah, man. Like, comment, subscribe on from the Hip Podcast where you want biased opinions. You go see my son Kory Thompson. You want argumentative work. You go see Mo for One Mo Show. And if you want understanding yet, you know what I'm saying, business professional ways, you go talk to Anthony, man. But keep it from the hip.
Mr. Kory.
Like, comment, subscribe for sure. But if you want the real picks, you come see me, the head of the table. Mo still has to acknowledge me.
I'm clipping it.
Acknowledge me.
He's still making this real creepy. Mo, I'll give you a chance to say something.
I actually feel harassed. It's probably my last time. But subscribe, like, do all that for the From the Hip podcast. Man, this is my second home. Y'all know that. Come check me out on one more show, man. Station Head, Hollywood Mo. Thank you for having me.
So, gentlemen, thanks again for coming out. And to all the folks at home, thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys actually coming out and paying attention to us. So until next time, let's keep it football and keep it from the hip. Goodbye, everyone.